Hello, yes, by the way, this video was originally made for a school project, so I apologize for the lack of swearing.
Alright, let's get this over with. Hello everyone, and today we're talking about guns. Back in 143 AD, the Chinese discovered something called gun pep. Hold on, I messed up the script. Cut. Something called gunpowder, and they used it to make things go boom. Eventually someone made a boomstick in the 16th century. They used the boom to make thing fly a person, and then it gave that person a tummy ache. So following. These were called muskets, and along with them, flintlock pistols were made later. They took a long and complicated reload process, and they only held one bullet. Like, dude, how am I supposed to commit an armed robbery? Alright, I finally reloaded. Prepare to die. And then we're going to skip forward a while, and there was the repeater rifle patented in America in 1849. Before it came the Colt Patterson revolver made in 1831, made by this guy, Samuel Colt. Also in the 1800s, a new type of bullet was introduced, and now held every mechanism that was required for firing. All that was required was a strike on the back of the bullet. That happened when the trigger was pulled. Look at this clip from Matt Rittman showcasing how it works.
As the trigger is pulled, the hammer is released from the sear. The hammer spring drives the hammer forward to strike the firing pin, causing it to travel forward and impact the cartridge primer. Within the primer is the ignition compound and an anvil. As the firing pin strikes the primer, a spark is created, igniting the propellant inside the cartridge. The expanding gases propel the bullet down the barrel, where rifling grooves impart stabilizing spin on the bullet.
Beautiful. Then came the Gatling gun, which was a large automatic machine gun, and instead of a trigger, a crank was used to fire the weapon. The downside being people's arms getting tired. Although another machine gun was invented that did not require this. It was called the Maxim machine gun and used the first recoil firing system ever invented. They even use the thing to this day in the Ukraine war. Now, I didn't mention this earlier because, well, I forgot. But in the 16th century, the first ever shotgun was made, and the first good one, in my opinion, was made in 1839 with the first pump-action shotgun. Also, in 1897, the trench gun was developed. It was extremely useful in the trenches because of this special firing method. If you held the trigger down, of course, the gun fires, right? Well, since the gun did not have something called a trigger disconnector, you could just pump it again and it would fire again. So basically, you could fire as fast as you could do this motion. Speaking of the World Wars, let's talk about those. From the early 1900s to the mid-1900s, World War I came with a much better sequel of World War II being dropped a few years later. With these wars came a lot of new weapons. A lot. I'm going to list all the ones I can think of off the top of my head. We might be here a while. M1 Garand, M1A1 Thompson, MP40, M1911, Gewehr 43, PPSH 41, Mosin Nugget, STG 44, M1 Carbine, M1 Flamethrower, MG 42, MG 34, Red Mark II, Sten, Luger, The Bar, Type 99, M2 Carbine, M3A1 Submachine Gun, the Flammenwerfer Foot und Reisig, M1903 Springfield Rifle, Ross Mark III, DP28, aka the dinner plate, and the Car 98K. This is also the time where attachments were in their infancy, with things such as scopes, bayonets, extended mags, and suppressors being used with surprising efficiency. Then there was the Vietnam War, with weapons such as the FAL-48, M16A1, and even experimental weapons such as the G11. And just, like, what is this thing? Why is the mag at the front of the gun? What is this mag? How do the bullets get from here in the chamber?
Why in the world do I have to turn a knob on the back to make it fire? What on God's green earth is this thing?
And then here we are modern day. We got the AR-15, M4A1, M9, M16A4, Scar-H, some other stuff, I guess. The thing I've decided to call the Firearm Frontier, catchy right, is still being explored to this day. The US has actually released a new scope from the old factories that is very high-tech, with more probably on the way. I'm not going to cover that, so go watch this video by Garanthem if you're curious. Thanks for watching. I really hope you got a bit of entertainment and knowledge out of this. In conclusion, firearms have come very far since their discovery, which Honestly, I'm not sure whether for better or for worse. Roll outro.